Hello, everybody. My name is Thor Jensen. I'm a full-time musician. I live in London. Uh, if you're new here, welcome. I just wanted to jump on real quick and talk about volume. I bring it up because I just went and got an amp of mine out of storage. I'm playing a gig tonight in London, and with a trio, and I'm using this guitar. It's actually my first gig with this guitar, and the amp that I've been playing for most things, which is made by a wonderful shop in upstate New York called Love of Fuzz, and it's based on a Princeton with some tweaks to it, and so it's only about 12 to 15 watts, something around there, and it's awesome. And that's, in a perfect world, I just use that all the time. Uh, I've been playing a lot of Telecaster for the most part the last few years, and I've noticed since playing this guitar at home, I brought it up to gigging about where I'd put it for a gig yesterday, and it's just like it's not quite enough horsepower for these pickups. So I went and got my big amp, and my big amp is made by the same person, Love of Fuzz, Troy, New York, TJ. And this amp is the first one that TJ made for me, and I think it's the greatest amp I'll ever own. I think it's outstanding. It's based on an early 60s brown panel Fender Deluxe. It's called Trouble. I'll get some shots in here of these amps. And it's my loudest amp. It's 18 watts. That's it. For the type of music that I play, I've very rarely ever needed or ever felt that this wasn't enough. I, in fact, got the smaller amp, the Princeton copy, clone, whatever. It's called a Bulldog. That's what we call it. The smaller amp, because sometimes my 18 watt amp was too much, and so I wanted something smaller. And it just got me thinking about volume and perceived volume. And I've seen a big resurgence of companies putting out these large amps again, which is great, whatever. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But they don't really make sense to me. You know, I've played there are certain huge rooms that I've gotten to play in, which is awesome, where if you don't have more than 20 watts, you're just you're gonna get lost. You're not gonna hear anything. And you're not even gonna feel like you're playing that loud. So it's a perceived thing, but as far as gigs go, and just volume in general, I don't know about you, but I don't like it when my ears hurt. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm on the subway or the tube, and loud noises happen, I cover my ears. If a loud siren goes by, I cover my ears. This is my most important instrument that I have. This is a medium to get there. So, that being said, I don't love playing loud. My favorite amp that I think I've ever had, which I have right here, which again I'll show you clips of, is a Champ. It's a 1979 Fender Champ, and it sounds incredible. With every guitar, it just always sounds perfect. And in a perfect world, I would use that for everything. And I have that biased really clean or really cold, so it's basically clean all the way up to 10. And I would love to use that. And yes, you can mic it on gigs, but miking a small, tiny amp to play live isn't quite the same, as far as it will be loud enough for the gig, for the people listening to it. But for you on stage, you're not going to get the right reaction out of it. My threshold is where the snare drum and the cymbals lie. So if your snare drum is here, then your amp should be there. Not much louder than that. There's no need for it. It takes you into a different place. Again, loud can be awesome. I'm not anti-loud, but at the same time, I'm not pro-loud either. I don't know. It's just I just wanted to talk about it. I guess I've been fortunate and I've played with very drummers with big ears. You know, I've definitely played with some smashers in my time, but like even even a drummer that smashes, if they have a good set of ears on them, they it's not going to feel like it's a punch to the face when they hit their snare drum. Uh, and obviously it's different room to room. You know, you can even play small places. I've played tiny little clubs before where your amp just can never be loud enough because the room just sucks it up somehow. But I don't know. That's just my quick opinion about volume, and let me know what you think. I don't want to be loud. I want to be powerful enough so I can say what I'm trying to say. But that's it. Uh, and I'm not sure how this much is going to come through on this little mic here. It's just such a good amp. It's just volume and tone on each channel. There's tremolo. There's no reverb, so I have a reverb pedal, and yeah, I love it. And tonight, for the gig tonight, it's the type of room that it is. Again, my smaller Princeton-ish amp just wasn't quite enough. It was right on the edge last time. So tonight, the big dog, 18 watts of it. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Play your guitars. Be nice to each other. See ya.